2026. Your competitors have AI. Your market is shifting underneath you like sand. Your investors, they're nervous. And you're trying to out-hustle everyone. Marcus Aurelius would call this madness. Let me tell you something about the year 180 AD. The Roman Empire is collapsing from within. Plague ravages the provinces. Germanic tribes hammer the northern borders. And on the throne sits Marcus Aurelius, sleeping 4 hours a night, writing philosophy by candlelight. He doesn't panic. He doesn't burn out. He doesn't pivot every quarter. Why? Because while everyone else was fighting the chaos outside, Marcus built something they couldn't touch, an inner citadel, a fortress of the mind that no external storm could breach. Here's what modern entrepreneurship got wrong. You think success is about speed, about being first, about raising the most capital, launching before you're ready because some growth hacker said momentum beats perfection. That's not strategy. That's exhaustion dressed up as ambition. The Stoics knew something we've forgotten. They knew that empires, true empires, aren't built on market trends. They're built on something the market can't disrupt. Character. And character, unlike your valuation, doesn't crash. So here's the question that should terrify every founder in 2026. When AI commoditizes your product, when your co-founder walks out because they got a better offer, what remains? If the answer is nothing, you're not building a company. You're building a house of cards in a hurricane. But if the answer is me, if the answer is an unshakable core, a set of principles that guide you when the metrics don't, then you're building what Marcus built. You're building an empire that starts and ends with you. This is not a productivity hack. This is something older, something that survived the fall of Rome and every market crash since. This is Stoic entrepreneurship. And if you're still listening, you're about to learn how a philosopher emperor from 2,000 years ago has more to teach you about 2026 than any venture capitalist ever will. Picture a fortress under siege. Arrows darken the sky. Fire spreads through the outer districts. But in the center, the commander sits calm, studying maps by torchlight. The walls may fall, but the citadel, the core, remains untouched. Marcus Aurelius called this the hegemonikon, the ruling center of your mind. The one place in the universe where you have absolute dominion, not over your competitors, not over the economy, over your response. In 2026, you're being sold a lie. The lie is control. Control your market. Control your growth. Hustle harder. Optimize faster. And somehow you'll bend reality to your will. The Stoics had a phrase for this delusion. The dichotomy of control. What is up to us and what is not up to us. Here's what you control. Your intentions. Your principles. Your response to chaos. Your decision to act with integrity when the shortcut is easier. That's it. Here's what you don't control. The market. Your competitors' funding rounds. Whether OpenAI releases a model that makes your product obsolete overnight. Whether your biggest client ghosts you. Every minute you spend trying to control the uncontrollable is a minute stolen from building your citadel. You launch a product, 18 months of work. Launch day comes, and the response is silence. Your first week revenue is $43. You have two choices. Choice 1, spiral, blame the market. Spend 3 weeks refreshing analytics, begging for upvotes. Burn yourself out chasing validation from strangers. Choice 2, pause.
Ask the Stoic question. What here is within my control? The market's response? No. Your next move, yes. You interview the 3 people who bought. You learn. You refine. You act from clarity, not desperation. Same external outcome, completely different internal state. The first founder is at war with reality. The second founder is building a citadel. Marcus wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, not inspiration." Strength. Every morning, before you check anything, run this audit. 5 minutes. What is within my control today? Write 3 things. Then ask, what is outside my control? Write it down. The macro environment. The competitor's pivot. Whether your post goes viral. And then, make a pact with yourself. I will not spend emotional energy on the second list. I will build the citadel. But here's what the Stoics knew, that you don't. Seneca wrote something that would make every motivational speaker uncomfortable. He said, "The man who has anticipated the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive." He called it Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of evils, the practice of imagining, in vivid detail, everything that could go catastrophically wrong. Most founders treat this like kryptonite. Don't manifest negativity. Stay positive. The Stoics would call that cowardice dressed up as optimism. There are 2 types of disaster, the one you've imagined and the one you haven't. When disaster strikes and you've never considered it, you experience 2 shocks. First, the event itself. Second, the surprise. The paralysis that costs you the critical first hours. But when disaster strikes and you've already walked through it in your mind, you experience only 1 shock, the event, and you've already written the playbook. So while everyone else is frozen, you're moving. Negative visualization doesn't make you pessimistic, it makes you unshakable. Once a week, sit down with a blank page. Write, what could destroy my company in the next 90 days? Your lead developer quits and takes 2 juniors with them. Your product roadmap is now 6 months behind. What do? Your biggest client, 40% of your revenue, doesn't renew. Cash flow goes critical. What do? Write the scenario, write the feeling, and then write the plan. So when it happens, and something always happens, you don't lose a week spiraling. You act. Marcus did this every night. He'd imagine losing his empire, losing his children, and then he'd ask, if I lost everything external, what remains? The answer was always, my character, my principles, my ability to choose my response. And that made him invincible. Not because nothing bad happened, everything bad happened, but none of it broke him, because he'd already broken himself against it in his mind. The market doesn't care about your feelings, and neither did Marcus. There's a sculpture by Michelangelo, David. When asked how he created it, Michelangelo said, I simply removed everything that wasn't David. The Stoics called this freedom from distraction, the art of subtraction. In 2026, you're drowning in addition. Add a feature. Add an integration. Add a partnership. The venture playbook is more. But Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you seek tranquility, do less. Then he corrected himself. Or more accurately, do what's essential. What's essential is the question that will save your company. Minimalism dies in the roadmap meeting. Users are asking for this feature. Competitors have this integration. And you say yes. You say yes to 10 things. Your engineering team fractures their focus. And 6 months later, users are still only using the 2 core features they used on day 1.
This is what the Stoics meant by preferred indifference. Some things are good, but not essential. And every yes to a non-essential is a no to the essential. Marcus ruled an empire. He could have indulged every project. But his journals are obsessed with, is this necessary? If the answer was no, he cut it. Because complexity is the enemy of execution. Base camp. Profitable for over 20 years. They don't have 50 features. They have 5. They don't chase every integration. They integrate with what matters. And when users ask why they don't build what competitors have, their answer is Stoic. Because it's not essential to what we do best. That's not arrogance. That's clarity. And clarity, in a world of infinite distraction, is the ultimate moat. Once a quarter, run a subtraction audit. Look at every feature, every partnership, and ask, if I remove this, would anyone notice? If the answer is no, cut it. Subtraction feels like loss. But for the disciplined founder, subtraction is clarity. But subtraction is only the beginning, because survival isn't about what you do. It's about who you remain when everything changes. Or Fati, Latin. Love of fate. Not acceptance, love. The idea is simple and psychologically devastating if you're not ready. Everything that happens, everything, is exactly what should happen. Not because the universe is kind, because it is. And your only choice is to love it or fight it. One makes you powerful, the other makes you a victim. In 2026, your fate is disruption. AI will commoditize your product. A geopolitical shift will break your supply chain. A competitor will clone your idea and outspend you. This will happen. The question is not if. The question is, how will you respond? Most founders respond with resentment. This shouldn't be happening. The market's unfair. If only we'd launched earlier. That phrase, if only, is the sound of a founder dying. Marcus faced this every day. He wanted to be a philosopher. Instead, he inherited an empire in crisis, plague, war, betrayal. He could have spent every night journaling about how unfair it was. Instead, he wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." He didn't just accept the chaos. He used it. Every crisis became fuel. That's Amor Fati. Loving your fate so completely that you wouldn't change it because it made you who you are. Netflix, late 90s, mailing DVDs. Then broadband internet exploded. Blockbuster could have pivoted. They had the brand, the capital, but they didn't love their fate. They resented it. Streaming will never replace physical rentals. They fought reality, and reality won. Blockbuster died in 2010. Netflix loved their fate. They saw the disruption and said, "This is exactly what should happen. We're going all in." They didn't just survive the disruption. They became the disruption. Every time something goes wrong, you're going to feel resistance. This shouldn't be happening. Catch that thought. Replace it. This is exactly what should be happening, and I will use it. Your lead engineer quits. Maybe you were over-reliant on one person. Use it. Your biggest client churns. Maybe you were too concentrated. Use it. A competitor raises 50 million. Maybe this forces you to find differentiation. Use it. The Stoics called this turning the obstacle into the way. You take the thing that's blocking you and you make it the path forward. Marcus wrote, "The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes the obstacle to our acting." You can't control what happens, but you can control what it means. At the end of each day, write down the worst thing that happened. Then write, "This is exactly what should have happened because..." Force yourself to finish the sentence. Find the lesson. Find the hidden advantage. Do this for 30 days and you'll stop seeing problems. You'll start seeing fuel. The Stoics had a word for this transformation, but it wasn't pivot. It was prohairesis. Prohairesis, the most important word in Stoic philosophy. Epictetus taught that prohairesis is the only thing truly yours, your moral will, your capacity to choose your response, your inner fortress that cannot be touched by any external force. Emperors couldn't take it from him, slave masters couldn't take it, and that made him freer than the emperor who owned him. In 2026, your prohairesis is under siege. Every notification, every investor call, every competitor success story. Most founders surrender their prohairesis to vanity metrics. I'll feel successful when I hit 10,000 users. So their inner peace is hostage to a number they don't control. They surrender to investor validation. I'll know I'm on track when Sequoia calls back. They surrender to market trends. I'll pivot to AI because that's what's getting funded. And when the users don't come, when the investor says no, when the trend shifts, they collapse because they built their identity on sand. Marcus wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." But Epictetus went deeper. Your prohairesis, your will, is the only thing that's up to you. Your product succeeds or fails. Not up to you. Your reputation rises or falls. Not up to you. So, what is up to you? How you show up. Whether you act with integrity when the shortcut is easier. Whether you stay calm when chaos screams. Whether you keep your word when breaking it would save you. That's your prohairesis. And it's unassailable. You're raising a Series A. 14 no's. You're on pitch 15. The investor asks, "What's your unfair advantage?" You don't have one, but you need this round to survive. 2 choices. Choice 1, you exaggerate. You inflate the metrics. You tell them what they want to hear. You get the term sheet. You also surrender your prohairesis, because now you've set a precedent. I will compromise my integrity when the stakes are high enough. Choice 2, you tell the truth. Our unfair advantage is that we care more. We'll outwork, outlearn, and outpersist everyone. Maybe they say no. Maybe they say yes because your honesty was refreshing. Either way, you keep your prohairesis, and you sleep knowing, my will is my own. 3 times a day, ask yourself, am I making this decision from my values or from someone else's expectations? If the answer is someone else's, pause. You're about to surrender your prohairesis, and once you notice, you can reclaim it. You can say, no, I will decide based on who I want to be, not what I want to have. Epictetus taught, no one can touch your prohairesis unless you hand it to them. The only person who can give it away is you. But values without action are just expensive wall art. And Marcus knew this. Marcus woke up every morning and he didn't want to. He wrote about it. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. And your nature as a rational being is to act. Not to plan forever, to act. The Stoics worshipped right action. Not any action, not frantic action. Right action. And right action requires discipline. Discipline to choose, because when everything feels urgent, nothing is. When every task screams for attention, you need clarity. What is the one action that, if taken today, makes everything else easier or unnecessary? Founders lose discipline in the fog of optionality. You could spend today on that investor call that might lead somewhere, on the product roadmap, on the team one-on-one you've been avoiding, on the marketing strategy. All feel important, so you do all of it badly. You show up distracted. You rush. You phone in. You're busy. You're exhausted, and nothing moved. That's action without discipline. Motion, not progress. Every morning, write down one thing. Not 3, not 5. 1. The one action that, if completed today, would make you say, today mattered. Maybe it's the hard conversation with your co-founder. Maybe it's killing that feature no one uses. Maybe it's reaching out to that mentor. One thing. Write it. And don't do anything else until it's done. I don't care if your inbox is exploding. I don't care if Slack is lighting up. The discipline is, first things first. At the end of each day, write down the 3 most important actions you took. Not the busiest, the most important, and ask, did these actions reflect my values? Or was I reacting to the loudest voice? If you were reacting, tomorrow, discipline yourself to act. Discipline means knowing the difference between the essential and the urgent, and having the courage to choose the essential, even when the urgent is screaming, because the urgent will always scream. But if you spend your entire career reacting to the urgent, you will never build anything essential. The disciplined founder chooses, every day, one essential action, and they protect it from every distraction. Discipline chooses, chaos reacts, and in 2026, the disciplined will feast while the reactive starve. The Stoics believed in Sympatheia, cosmic sympathy, the idea that the universe is one interconnected organism, and every part affects the whole. Marcus wrote, "That which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee." Translation: you can't succeed by destroying your ecosystem. In 2026, your ecosystem is your team. And most founders, they're burning it down without realizing it. They think, I'll grind, I'll sacrifice, I'll work weekends, skip sleep, because I'm the founder. And then, why aren't they as committed? Here's why. Because you're not asking them to build a company. You're asking them to join a slow-motion suicide pact. The Stoic leader understands, if the bees are dying, the hive dies. You can't scale yourself. You can only scale a healthy system. You're in a high-growth phase. Deadlines are brutal. Your lead engineer says, I need a week off. I'm burning out. Response 1. We can't afford that right now. Can you push through? You get 2 more weeks. Then a resignation email. You spend 3 months replacing them. Net result, you lost 6 months. Response 2. Take the week. No guilt. We'll adjust the timeline. You lose 1 week, but you keep the engineer. They come back recharged, and they stay for 2 years because you treated them like a human. Same pressure, 2 different outcomes. Once a week, ask, who on my team is struggling silently? Someone always is. They're not going to volunteer it. They're going to smile and say, everything's fine. Your job is to notice the shorter messages, the missed deadlines, the withdrawal, and then reach out. How are you really? Give them space to be honest. And when they are, listen. Don't fix, just listen. That's Sympatheia, the recognition. Your well-being and my success are not separate. We rise together, or we fall together. The empathetic leader gets more from their team, not less, because loyalty isn't bought with equity. It's earned with care. A connected team is a resilient team, and resilience in 2026 is the ultimate competitive advantage. But connection without resilience is a house of cards. So Marcus built his foundation on something modern founders ignore. Memento Mori. Remember you will die. The Stoics kept skulls on their desks. They meditated on death daily. Modern culture treats this as morbid. The Stoics treated it as liberation. Because when you truly internalize that your time is finite, you stop wasting it on things that don't matter. You're being sold a lie about time. The lie is, there's always tomorrow. You can start that hard project next quarter. You can pivot to what really matters eventually. And then 10 years pass and you realize, I spent a decade optimizing the wrong things. Marcus woke up knowing he might not survive the day. Plague, assassination, war. Death was not abstract. It was present. And instead of making him reckless, it made him focused. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Not someday. Right now." That's the urgency, not panic. Clarity. Time is the only resource you can't raise capital for. You're building a startup. 10-year vision. Beautiful. But here's the question. If your company ended in 6 months, what would you regret not doing? Not trying. Not doing. Write that list. Because that list, that's your real roadmap. The modern misunderstanding of Memento Mori is YOLO. Reckless risks, burning bridges, moving to Bali. That's not Stoicism. That's impulsivity. Memento Mori wasn't about doing whatever you want. It was about doing what matters. If today is my last day, did I act in accordance with my values? That's the filter. Not fun. Meaningful. Steve Jobs in 2005. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. That's Memento Mori. You're going to lose everything anyway. Your company, your reputation, your life. It all goes. So the question is not, what can I accumulate? The question is, what will remain after I'm gone? And the only thing that remains is impact. The people you helped.
The problems you solved. The truth you told when lying was easier. That's legacy. And legacy doesn't crash. Every Sunday night, write, if I die this week, what do I want to be true? Not vague hopes, specific truths.
I want it to be true that I had the conversation with my co-founder. I want it to be true that I launched the MVP. I want it to be true that I told my team I appreciate them. Write 5 and make them true this week. When you remember you're going to die, you stop being afraid, because the worst thing that can happen has already been faced. You're mortal. You will lose. You will die. And once you've made peace with that, you become fearless. Failure doesn't scare you. Criticism doesn't scare you. You're already dead. So you might as well do the thing that matters. Marcus ruled the most powerful empire on earth, and every night he reminded himself, you will die. Maybe tomorrow. And that reminder gave him clarity to spend his days on what mattered. Not on ego, on virtue, on acting with integrity, with courage, with justice. And 2,000 years later, we're still reading his journals. Not because he was powerful, because he was wise. That's the promise of Memento Mori. You will die. But if you live with that awareness, if you let it clarify your choices, you'll build something that doesn't die with you. You'll build a legacy. And a legacy is disruption-proof. Let's bring it all together. It's 2026. AI is disrupting. Your competitor raised 100 million. Your lead engineer gave notice. Your investor is reassessing. And you're sitting at your desk at 11 p.m., wondering if any of this is worth it. Here's what the Aurelian entrepreneur does. First, they return to the Citadel. What here is within my control? Not the market, not the competitor, but their response, that's theirs. So they breathe. They choose clarity over panic. Second, they run Premeditatio. What's the worst case? The engineer leaves. 2 others follow. Okay, what's the plan? Promote from within, hire a contractor, extend the timeline. The plan isn't perfect, but it exists. So they don't waste a week in shock. They act. Third, they apply minimalism. They look at the roadmap. What can we cut? That feature no one uses. Gone. That partnership delivering no value. Ended. They subtract. Because in crisis, focus is survival. Fourth, they practice Amor, Fati. They look at disruption and say, this is exactly what should be happening. They see it as a filter. The ones who can't adapt will leave. The ones who remain come out stronger. Fifth, they guard their Prohairesis. The investor says, we'll keep funding you, but you need to pivot to what's hot. And the Aurelian entrepreneur says, no. Not because they're stubborn. Because if I compromise my will for external validation, I've already lost. Sixth, they take disciplined action. What is the one thing that, if done today, moves us forward? One thing. And they do it. Seventh, they practice Sympatheia. They call a team meeting. This is hard. I know you're scared. I am too. But we're in this together. Your well-being matters more than the deadline. And the team holds because they feel seen. Eighth, they invoke Memento Mori. If this company ended tomorrow, what would I regret? The answer is clear. Not that we failed, but that we didn't give everything to something that mattered. So they give everything, not recklessly, purposefully. Yes, that's the Aurelian entrepreneur. They don't avoid chaos. They build an inner empire, a citadel of discipline and virtue that no external force can touch. And when the storm comes, they don't break. They don't burn out. They reign. Because here's the secret Marcus knew. You are not building a unicorn. You are building character. And character, unlike a billion-dollar exit, cannot crash. Remember, I told you at the start, trying to out-hustle everyone is madness. Now you know why. Because hustle without principle is just noise. And at the end, you'll have a burned-out shell and a company built on sand. But if you build like Marcus, if you build from the citadel outward, if you guard your Prohairesis, love your fate, act with discipline and lead with Sympatheia, then you build something the market can't disrupt. You build yourself. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while the world burned. Plague, war, betrayal. He faced it all. And he didn't just survive. He thrived. Not because he was lucky, because he was disciplined. You're running a startup in 2026. AI is disrupting everything. The market is unstable. Same chaos, different century. Same choice, react or reign. Every morning, before you check your phone, ask 3 questions. 1. What can I control today? 2. What's my worst case scenario and am I ready? 3. Am I acting from my values or from someone else's expectations? 3 questions, 5 minutes, every morning. Do that for 30 days, and you won't recognize yourself. You'll be calmer, clearer, stronger. Not because the chaos stopped, because you stopped letting it control you. The Aurelian entrepreneur doesn't chase trends. doesn't burn out, doesn't collapse when the market shifts. Because they built an inner empire, a fortress of discipline and virtue that no disruption can touch. The question is, are you ready to build yours? Or will you keep reacting, keep hustling, keep burning yourself down until there's nothing left? Memento Mori. Remember you will die. So stop wasting time on what doesn't matter. Stop building for validation. Stop sacrificing your character for evaluation. Build something that survives you. Build something that, when you're gone, people will say, they built with integrity. They led with courage. They stayed true when everyone else compromised. That's legacy. That's the Aurelian way. And if you're listening to this, if you made it all the way to the end, then you're already one step closer. Now go. Act. Reign.